You want to pick something that you can do over 100 times without stopping. I had to invent a guy that didn't exist. I had to invent a guy that can take any pain, any suffering, any kind of judgment, be called nigger, be called whatever the f in the world, and be able to stand in the room and say, go for yourself. I had to build this callous mind, and I built it through suffering. I built it through downright just crushing myself. If it was raining outside at 3 o'clock in the morning, if it was snowing, the first instinct is don't go out there. And my instinct was anything that was horrible in my life that I normally say no, that was inhumane to most people, I had to go do it. And I started callousing my mind at this point in my life. And I lost the weight. And I went back to recruiter. I got into that class and I went through 3 Navy SEAL Hell Weeks in 1 year. Only guy to ever be in 3 Hell Weeks in 1 year, to my knowledge. The first one I didn't make it through, the next 2 I did. That I didn't stop anymore from there. And I started realizing through this process that mind is what you created. And I started opening different doors that I didn't think were even there, that I didn't think even existed. And the more doors I opened up, the more I started realizing that my potential is damn near endless. And it changed my whole mindset. So I went from David Goggins and I created Goggins.
While on the pathway to success, you have to make sure that you're constantly focusing on whatever it is that you personally want to achieve, personally you want to accomplish. Don't listen to whatever the people are telling you. Don't listen to what the people want you to do. Make sure that you're doing whatever you want to do. Make sure you're going out there and accomplishing what you want to accomplish. Don't let other people tell you what to do. But you're going to have to make sure you're getting the inspiration from deep down. Make sure that you're pulling up what you want to do. If people are calling you names and saying you can't do it and it's a waste of time, get that deep disappointment and pull that up and use that as motivation. Use that as focus and drive to prove them wrong, so that one day they wake up and they're just in their normal life doing the 9 to 5 while you're out there having fun, living your life to the fullest, enjoying the freedom of becoming that successful individual that you are, because you put the time and you put the energy in and you put the money in to become successful, and they didn't, and they're sitting on the sidelines wondering what you're doing, why you're doing it, and then one day they'll realize that it was all worth it for you because you're the successful person you told them you will be, that you're going to be, because you're determined, you're going to have that focus, that drive, and that energy. And then on top of that all, you get to prove them wrong. You get to tell them, hey pal, you said I couldn't do it, look at me now. I'm doing so much better than you, all because you said I couldn't. That pushed me to go further and faster and accomplish my goals with such ferocity.
You have to face that in that dark room. In that dark room is who you are. But in that dark room is where you have to create another human being that walks out of that dark room to face who you are. That's the only way you're gonna get over all those things. You have to create someone else. Not like you have 2 different personalities, it is you, but you have to find strength. And that visualization of almost me cracking out Goggins, like almost like that Superman cape, like I'm coming out a different person who doesn't care about being judged, who knows I'm weak, who knows I'm afraid, who says, whatever you think about me, take it, whatever, I'm here. That's Goggins. In the dark room, you face yourself, you realize you want to be better, you realize you don't want to be this weak, insecure person in the world who has all these problems that we all have. We all have. Social media is a great platform to tell you who we want to be, not who we are. So that's where that dark room is. But then I realized that I have a very interesting spot in life where he made hell my teacher. And a lot of people don't understand that. So I'm trying to give people a different thought process of life where failure, hell, disappointment, discomfort is a great learning tool. And many people don't understand that, but it's these few moments in life that you have. Like for me, I always talk about it, Rocky 1, round 14. That 1 2-minute and 13-second clip of Rocky getting up when Apollo knocked him down. That one clip, when I was going through a very bad time in my life, I saw what I wanted to be. And it wasn't a guy that won in everything he did. It was a guy that kept getting up after being knocked down. So I realized if that 2 minutes and 13 seconds changed my life, so I was. I saw something that I needed to be in the world I was living in. Maybe my story will give someone the 2 minutes and 13 seconds they need to change their life. So I take a lot of passion in who I am as a person. As you hear, as this podcast gets going, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna transform me from this guy right now that's kind of chilled out in this room, David Goggins, to Goggins. And I had to invent this person. David Goggins is an introverted, soft kid that got beat up growing up, and mindset had to lie to create friends, to get friends, to be accepted. My life has really been about 2 people. Very scary, but 2 people. I had to invent a whole nother human being to get outside of my comfort zone. And that human being became Goggins. Goggins is like that walks out of the phone booth. And I was talking to my fiance today about, it's kind of strange how sometimes and David God's like, what the hell, man, why are you doing that? That's nuts. So it's kind of this battle between trying to find more of yourself, knowing that the real you is afraid, likes comfort, likes living in a world that likes to pat you on the back, give you the things that you want to hear, not the things that you have to hear to get better. So that's where all this kind of started from. And when people hear this podcast, they're going to hear a lot of things that they're going to want to put a title on me. They're going to definitely want to put a title on me to make themselves feel better.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.